Today's lesson is A World of Flavors, French fries from around the globe. Hi, everybody. I'm Roger.
And my name is Helen.
And today we're going to be talking about French fries, also called French fried potatoes, or chips if you're in the UK. And of course, French fries exist in many different forms other than the ones you can get at a fast food restaurant. There are lots of things you can do with French fries to make them taste oh so yummy.
Right, and one interesting thing about French fries is that its name contains the word French. So you would think that French fries came from France. Otherwise, why would they be called French fries? But the fact is that perhaps French fries don't come from France. They may come from another country, and this is something that's highly disputed. So today we're going to touch upon the origins of French fry and also how French fries are prepared and eaten around the world.
Yeah, French fries, of course, come from potatoes, and of course people want to try different recipes for potatoes and French fries, so we're going to talk about some of those different varieties of food in our program today. So let's get to it. Let's introduce this topic to you by listening to the first paragraph.
A world of flavors, French fries from around the globe. Despite their name, French fries may not in fact have originated in France. Although some say they were first sold by street vendors in Paris, others claim that French fries come from Belgium, while still others argue that the first fries were cooked in Spain. Regardless of their birthplace, though, French fries are now enjoyed around the world, and this has led to a wide variety of unique French fry recipes. Check out just a few of the tasty twists on this deep-fried favorite below.
大家好，我们来看第一部分中的单字 vendor， 它是名词，意思是摊贩或是小贩。例如 The vendor sells fresh orange juice， 那个摊贩有卖新鲜的柳橙汁。又或者是 The vendors and their food stalls were lined up along the roadside， 路边有一整排的小贩和食物摊。
Despite their name, French fries may not, in fact, have originated in France. As we mentioned before, the phrase French fries refer to fried potatoes, and it suggests that this type of food came from France. But actually, French fries may not have originated in France.
Yep, the next sentence goes on to say, although some say they were first sold by street vendors in Paris, others claim that French fries come from Belgium, while still others argue that the first fries were cooked in Spain. Yes, indeed, some people say that this kind of food was sold in Paris by street vendors. A vendor, of course, is somebody who sells something. A street vendor is somebody who's selling something in public, next to the sidewalk or next to the road or whatever. And some people think that the street vendors in Paris were the first to sell French fries. Others claim that French fries come from Belgium. Of course, Belgium has an area that is French-speaking. I think they speak French Walloon there, if I'm not mistaken. And so, of course, maybe people were in Belgium and they heard these French-speaking people and they were selling these French fries. So they thought, oh, they're French fries because they come from people who speak French. That's what I was led to believe, but there are still others who say that the first fries were actually from Spain.
Right. So the word vendor just means seller. And as Roger mentioned, it's usually used to refer to people who sell things in the streets. For instance, you have a lot of food vendors at night markets in Taiwan. But vendor can also be used to refer to bigger sellers like companies that make machinery or computers. So if you're a company, or let's say you're an organization like a hospital, and you need computers for your hospital, then you need to find a vendor, which is a company that will supply all of the computers and all of the gadgets that you need for the hospital. So vendor can mean a small small seller who sells in the streets, also a big seller such as a company.
So these are the three main theories concerning where French fries came from. Did they come from Paris? Did they come from Belgium? Did they come from Spain? But regardless of their birthplace, though, French fries are now enjoyed around the world. So it doesn't really matter where they came from. We've got them, and people enjoy them in different ways in different parts of the world. And this has led to a wide variety of unique French fry recipes. So, of course, people like French fries. Of course, they're tasty. But maybe some people may think they're a little bit too simple. They're just deep-fried potatoes with salt on them. There must be something we can do to these French fries to make them more interesting, to make them more tasty. So, of course, we've got a wide variety of special and unique French fry recipes all over the world.
Yes, and this is exactly what we're going to talk about today. So the next sentence says, check out just a few of the tasty twists on this deep-fried favorite below. Now, deep-fried favorite refers to French fries. It's called a favorite. It's being referred to as a favorite because it's a favorite among a lot of people. A lot of people love French fries, so it's a favorite. And it's a deep-fried favorite because French fries are deep-fried. When you deep-fry something, you cook it by immersing it completely in hot oil. So when you fry something, let's say you fry an egg, you just put a bit of oil in a frying pan and then you cook the egg in the oil. But when you deep fry something, you're covering the food completely in hot oil.
Yeah, that might be difficult to understand. At least in English, we have the word fry to mean two different kinds of cooking. As Helen just described, you can fry an egg in a pan, which is a hot surface. But in this particular case, we're talking about frying in oil. And to be specific, we are saying deep fried. It's a large pool of oil, and you actually submerge the French fries or fried chicken or whatever in that oil in order to cook it. And as a result, the food can be quite greasy. So be careful there. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first part of our lesson for today. Let's move on now to the second part.
Poutine. A beloved Canadian dish, poutine takes French fries to a whole new level. To make poutine, hot golden fries are topped with fresh cheese curds and then covered in rich gravy, creating an amazing combination of tastes and textures. With this delicious mix of flavors, it's no wonder that poutine is one of Canada's favorite comfort foods.
第二部分我们来介绍形容词 beloved， 它的意思是钟爱的、热爱的或是心爱的。例如 Melody felt sad when her beloved pet mouse passed away. Melody 心爱的宠物鼠死掉时，她很伤心。又或者是 The famous athlete is one of his country's most beloved sports celebrities. 那位知名运动员在他的国家是最受喜爱的体育名人之一。接下来我们看到名词 combination， 它的意思是结合、混合或是综合。例如 This music sounds like a combination of jazz and rock. 这音乐听起来像是爵士和摇滚乐的结合。又或者说 Honey and lemon are a good combination for drinks. 蜂蜜和柠檬是很好的饮料组合。另外补充这个字的相关动词 combine, C-O-M-B-I-N-E, combine, 意思是结合或是组合。例如 Cameron is looking for a way to combine his job with his hobbies. Cameron 正在寻求结合工作与兴趣的方法。又或者说 The food in this restaurant combines French and Italian cooking. 这间餐厅的料理结合法国菜和意大利菜。
So first we're going to look at poutine, which is a Canadian classic. A beloved Canadian dish, poutine takes French fries to a whole new level. So poutine, as we know, is a beloved Canadian dish. Beloved here means to be loved very much, be loved dearly, to have people who love you. So I could also say that Barbie is a doll that was beloved by girls growing up. You can also pronounce the word as beloved.
Right. I think of beloved as when you're talking about someone who is close to you, your beloved children, for example. And here I would say beloved Canadian dish, although you could say beloved Canadian dish. It's not wrong. And this, of course, is popular in Canada. It takes French fries to a whole new level. If something takes something to a whole new level, well, it changes it in an extreme way. Could be good, it could be bad, but usually it's good. And in this particular case, it takes those French fries to a whole new level. It really improves them. It really makes them special. Poutine is a particular Canadian dish along with Nanaimo bars.
So to make poutine, hot golden fries are topped with fresh cheese curds and then covered in rich gravy, creating an amazing combination of tastes and textures. If you want to make poutine, first of all, you just make French fries as you would normally make them by deep frying them in hot oil. But then what makes poutine unique is that it's covered with fresh cheese curds. Now, cheese curds refer to the form that milk takes when it becomes sour. So it turns into a cheese, but it's not like a hard cheese. It's kind of creamy and lumpy. In America, in the United States, we might call it cottage cheese or something like cottage cheese. But in any case, poutine is topped with cheese curds. That's one of the ingredients.
Right. It's kind of like a base for cheese. Again, it's when milk gets old and forms that substance. And it depends on how you treat that. Some people may not like to consume sour milk. Others may think if you treat it a special way and heat it and cook it, it will actually be quite tasty. And you can make cheese from that. But cheese curds are the basis of cheese. Then you can add other ingredients to make different flavors of cheese. And then all of that is covered in rich gravy. Gravy is kind of like a brown meat sauce.
Right. It's either a brown meat sauce, which is the usual meaning of gravy. When you cook meat, the juice and the oil comes from the meat. And when you combine the juice and the oil from the meat with flour and water, you can make a gravy. But gravy can also refer to a brown sauce that people use to cook and make food taste better. So poutine is French fries covered with rich gravy and cheese curds.
Okay, sounds pretty tasty, and that creates an amazing combination of tastes and textures. So yes, you've got the French fries, you've got the cheese curds, and you've got the gravy. They all offer different flavors and different textures. Texture is just how it feels when you eat it in your mouth. A combination is just a mixture of things. So yes, you've got all those flavors and those textures working together to create a unique culinary experience. And with this delicious mix of flavors, it's no wonder that poutine is one of Canada's favorite comfort foods. A comfort food, of course, is something you eat to make you feel happy. It may not be particularly healthy for you, but still, it's a lot of fun to eat. Just like pizza and French fries and hamburgers are comfort foods to Americans. So it's no wonder, it's not surprising that Canadians really like poutine a lot.
Yes, so the phrase "it's no wonder" just means, as Roger mentioned, it's not surprising, and you say it when you want to say that something is not surprising. You can also say "it's small wonder" or "it's little wonder." Those are also common variants of the phrase "it's no wonder."
And you're in luck because there are lots of Canadians here in Taiwan. If you know some, maybe they'll cook you up a batch of poutine. Okay, that brings us to the end of the second part of our lesson for today. Let's listen now to the third part.
Chili cheese fries. Chili cheese fries have won the hearts of countless food fans in the United States. Served with a big portion of spicy chili con carne and melted cheese on top, this variation of fries also has a disputed origin, but supermarkets have sold frozen versions since 1975.
第三部分我们看到形容词 spicy， 它的意思是辛辣的或是加了很多香料的。例如 The noodles were too spicy for the children to eat. 这个面太辣了，小孩子没办法吃。又或者说 I like to eat spicy food during the summer. 我喜欢在夏天吃辛辣的食物。再来我们看到名词 variation， 它的意思是变体、变化形式或是 变化、变动。例如 This dessert is a variation on the traditional Christmas cake. 这种甜点是传统圣诞蛋糕的变体。又或者说 Pianists can often play different variations of the same song. 钢琴演奏者经常可以演奏同一首歌曲的不同变奏。接下来我们来介绍动词 dispute. 它的意思是对点点点表示异议或是质疑。在课文中 disputed 为过去分词做形容词用，表示有争议的。例如 The disputed contract was resolved by both parties' lawyers. 那份有争议的合约已经被双方律师处理好了。又或者说 The manufacturer disputed the results of the product safety report. 该制造商对商品安全报告的结果提出异议。最后补充，这个字也可以直接做名词使用，意思是争议、争执或是纠纷。例如 The judge settled the dispute between the two parties. 法官解决了双方的争议。或者 The company lost a lot of money because of its legal disputes. 那间公司因为法律纠纷损失很多钱。
Now we're going to talk about another variation of French fry dishes, and this time we're talking about chili cheese fries. Now, chili cheese fries have won the hearts of countless food fans in the United States. When something wins your heart, it gains your affection and your love, or it might make you admire that thing or that person. So, chili cheese fries, in other words, have become very popular in the United States.
Yes, so I could say, for example, Tim wooed Lisa for years and years, and finally he won her heart. She accepted him, and they got married. And, of course, yes, chili cheese fries, rather, have won the hearts of lots of food fans in the United States. Lots of Americans like chili cheese fries. And here's how we describe them. Served with a big portion of spicy chili con carne and melted cheese on top, this variation of fries also has a disputed origin, but supermarkets have sold frozen versions since 1975. So this describes the dish itself. It's served with a big portion of spicy chili con carne, which is kind of a Mexican dish. Of course, carne in Spanish means meat, so it's chili peppers mixed with meat. So it's kind of a sauce, and it's very spicy, which means it has a lot of spices in it, and your mouth feels like it's on fire when you eat it. And also they put melted cheese on top of this. And yes, my mouth is watering because it's been many months since I've had this particular dish.
And this variation of French fries, chili cheese fries, has a disputed origin. So if you dispute something, you're saying that that thing is incorrect or untrue. And here, the origin of chili cheese fries is disputed, which means that people don't all agree about where this dish came from, and people dispute the origin, which means some say, oh, what you're saying about the origin of chili cheese fries isn't true, it's incorrect. And other people say, no, what you're saying is incorrect or untrue.
Yeah, people have their own opinions about this. Of course, in the world, there are lots of territories that are disputed, especially islands in oceans in various places. One country claims them, another country claims them, so those islands are disputed. And, of course, hopefully they can resolve their differences diplomatically and not through fighting. But yes, indeed, this is a variation of fries, and nobody's really sure where it came from. The origin is disputed. People argue about it. And we're talking about a variation. And we've been talking about different variations in our entire program today. Poutine and now chili cheese fries. We'll talk about some other variations in our program next time. But again, a variation is just a different kind of something that has the same base ingredients. Or you can have different variations on a song, for example. Maybe you could talk about different versions. That means the same thing of one particular hit song. One group does it one way, another group does it differently. Those are different variations on the same theme. What you often hear in classical music, some composers compose music which are variations on a theme by Bach, for example.
Yes, so chili cheese cheese fries are a variation of the traditional French fries, and they have disputed origins. However, supermarkets have sold frozen versions since 1975. Version here is kind of similar to variation. A version of something is a particular form of that thing, but some details have been changed. There are some differences in details. So the difference between frozen chili cheese fries and regular chili cheese fries is the fact that these cheese fries are frozen. So it's another version of the original one.
Exactly. And of course, you could talk about amongst yourselves about different variations of food here in Taiwan, how they're served differently in the north versus the south versus the east, etc. Different foods do have different variations depending on where you are. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Let's hear now from Hanny.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第一部分提到，虽然有人说薯条最初是由巴黎街头小贩所贩售，但也有人宣称法国薯条来自比利时，还有人认为最早的薯条是在西班牙烹制的。那这边要介绍的是 some others 可以表达有些怎么样，有些怎么样。那这个用法呢，是在没有限定范围的人事物里面列举出两种群体的状况。那么 some 和 other 也可以当形容词，我们就可以用 some 名词other 名词的句型去表达。只是为了避免重复名词，这个 other 名词常常就用代名词 others 来取代了。例如 Some people love horror movies while others don't. 有些人爱看恐怖片，而有些人则不爱。句子里面这个代名词 others 就是用来替代 other people， 以避免重复。好，那另外如果我们要在没有限定范围的人事物里面要列举出三个群体，列举出三类，则是用到 some others still others 这时候就会像课文的用法咯。好，那接着读到课文第二部分，他提到说肉汁 cheese 薯条是一道深受喜爱的加拿大料理，将薯条提升到全新的层次。文中是用 take something to a whole new level 来表达将什么提升到全新的境界层次。那么 level 在这边是表达阶级层级的意思。类似的说法还有 take something to a whole other level， 这是表达将什么带到完全不同的境界层次。那么 take something to the next level 则是表达将什么带到下一个层次，改善提升某事物以达到更高的境界。好，再看到课文第三部分，他有说啦Chili cheese fries have won the hearts of countless food fans in the United States. 辣味肉酱起司薯条在美国赢得了无数美食爱好者的喜爱。那这边我们要介绍的是 win somebody's heart 或者是 win the heart of somebody， 表示虏获某人的心，赢得某人的喜爱。这个动词 win 也可以改用 capture 或者是 steal 来替换。举例来说The singer captured the hearts of fans with her excellent performance. 那位歌手以精湛的表演虏获粉丝的心。好，那这边还要比较一个用法是win somebody over， 这则是指说说服某人，赢得某人支持，像是说服某人去接受支持某个想法或计划等等。好，那这个用法通常就是在说某人他可能原本是持反对的态度，那我们去说服对方改变主意，改变原有想法，转而让他接受和支持某事物。例如 I believe we can win him over with these persuasive arguments. 我认为我们可以用这些具有说服力的论点来说服他，赢得他的支持。好，那以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天单字吧。
Vendor. The farmer's market was filled with vendors selling fresh fruits and vegetables. Beloved. Cheryl's most beloved possession is a necklace her grandmother gave her. Combination. Hugh's success is due to a combination of hard work, talent, and good luck. Spicy. These chicken wings are so spicy that you'll want to drink something cool after every bite. Variation. The chef created a unique variation of the classic pasta dish by adding a spicy sauce and fresh herbs. Dispute. When Felicia heard what Shane had said, she was quick to dispute the truth of Shane's story. Version. I prefer the digital versions of books because I can read them on my tablet.
Well, everyone, today's article has come to an end, and I sure hope you enjoy reading along with us. I am Helen.
I am Roger.
See you next time.